morning. We are currently warming up on the track. Haven't been on a track multiple years at this point, so we will see how this goes. Tuesday, July 4th, a little bit before 7 a.m. The skies are looking a little bit ominous. Hopefully whatever they have in store for us holds off. It's been like a heat and humidity wave here in PA lately, but this is the first morning that it's been under 80 degrees, like 7 or 8 a.m. in a while. Regardless, we are now 4 days out from our next 5K, our last 5K, our last race of the summer before hitting marathon training, about 96 hours away. And today is the tune-up workout. So because it's been so hot and humid, coming off some decent weeks of training, this is going to be a very light tune-up workout. Plan for the tune-up is pretty simple. I got it from Philly Bowden's 10K plan, which is free, by the way, so I'm not sharing any pirated information here, but meant for a 10K, so we'll convert the paces down a step. But it is a 1600 at race pace, goal race pace, followed by a K at the same pace, followed by 400s. So a little short of 2 3/4 miles worth of work, less than 5K worth of work. It's not too much, just to get the legs moving a little bit here early in race week. Okay, 2.57 miles of warm-up done, about 21 minutes. Took it nice and easy, did I think 3 or 4 strides there towards the end, sort of worked into a bit of a steadier pace just to get used to some turnover. And yeah, the sun has decided to make an appearance, so we got a hot track. I may look absolutely ridiculous wearing Alpha Flies here on the track, but I think it may be my shoe of choice for this next one. I feel like the Takumi Sen 9 just lacked a little bit of fortitude towards the end, felt a little low profile compared to what I've raced in prior. And my 5K PR prior to this past June race was doing so wearing the Alpha Flies. So that was my marathon PR. So we'll see what they feel like on the track, and may very well be wearing them this Saturday. All right, start of the 1600. These feel odd on the track, but I think they'll work. I don't know what my lap pace there was, because using the Coros track mode feature here for this workout, it told me estimated current pace the whole time, but not the lap average. So take a look at the splits after this, but felt smooth, felt good. That's to be expected on a track. Got about 80 seconds left of my 2-minute rest. Gonna take it nice and easy. It is heating up, and we've got a K. I think that was somewhere between 3:29 and 3:31 for that K. Got a minute left to rest. Alpha Flies are feeling capable. I think I might pull them out for this Saturday's 5K. Yeah, we got 4x400 now. Try and just keep that race pace nice and familiar in the legs. Let's go. So, first time back at the track in, I think, 3 years. Yeah, seemed to be a success. Again, I haven't looked at the splits or anything, but I'll put them on the screen here so you can take a look at all of them. Felt good, felt quick. Effort, didn't feel like I was pushing too incredibly hard, at least relative to how fast I was actually going. Alpha Flies tend to have that effect on you. But yeah, certainly can't complain about that. Seems like some other people have the same idea, getting to the track early on July 4th morning as I did. So just cooling down in the parking lot. Gonna go about 2 miles to cool down, and yeah, we will catch up on race morning. Good morning. It is just about 5:23. I've been up for about 20 minutes at this point, so I let myself sleep in on this morning. Race time is 8 or 8:15. I think it's 8:15 for this race today, so not quite as late as the last one, which wasn't until 9:15. The registration starts at, I think, 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna be leaving here in about an hour and a half or so. This is another race that is nice and local, only 20 minutes from my house, so certainly can't complain about that. Very grateful for it, actually. Fine night of sleep last night. It's definitely already very warm, very humid, but weather not going to be an excuse for a July race. It just kind of is what it is. We're going to run hard no matter what it's looking like out there. But yeah, got my usual breakfast down, some toast, some honey on it, got full serving of electrolyte mix. Now just getting down some more gasolina just to make sure the system is nice and active and moving prior to towing that start line. So gonna hang out here for a little bit before we take off for that early registration time. All right, it is 7:01 a.m. so about an hour prior to race time. Already got checked in. That was like the easiest check-in process I've ever been a part of. Got the t-shirt. This is a 5K that sort of like kicks off a food truck festival, so very fun, very exciting. Got the bib all ready, so gonna go ahead and bib up. We got 5992 and try to find a bathroom here. You know, it is a park, so there's got to be one somewhere. I'll be out on the hunt for that, and the plan is just a quick little 2.5 mile warm-up, maybe 3 miles, somewhere in between, 4 and 5K of warm-up. Throw a couple strides in there. I did it very early in my 5K 3 weeks ago in June, and that's because I was like feeling kind of antsy and didn't want to like just let myself sit around, and ended up having to warm up like twice over the course of like the 45 minutes before the race. So I think I'm gonna wait a little bit until I start my warm-up, and hopefully I will finish around 10 minutes before the race instead of like last time finishing like 35 minutes before the race starts. So yeah, gonna get bibbed up, gonna find a bathroom, gonna warm up. A little over half a mile, just short of a K into the warm-up. It is very warm outside. Probably don't need too much of a warm-up for this. Yeah, hopefully we only have one visit to the bathrooms before this race, unlike me, but boy, they are not too pristine at this park. Nothing against this park though, but kind of previewing the course. I think it's multiple loops within this park, all paved trail. As you can see, it looks a lot like this. So yeah, nice little preview on the warm-up. Then we'll get some drills and strides in before we get going. No camera person today. Lauren is currently at the beach with her friend to celebrate the friend's birthday. I would have been there, but you know, signed up for a 5K. Runner's got a race. About 1.6 miles into the warm-up, short of 3K. Just starting to learn that this isn't a very flat park. Lots of undulations on this loop. Should make for an interesting race. Course also isn't very wide, so hopefully there won't be any traffic jams or any unforeseen stoppages. But yeah, regardless, heating up quick. Very sweaty 2.5 mile warm-up is done as per usual. Felt like absolute garbage on it. I don't know if I've ever felt good on a race warm-up. That's just me. My heart rate is always like 10 to 20 beats per minute higher on whatever the pace is relative to what it is on like a normal training day. So I think I ran that in like the 830s or the 840s. Heart rate was like average of 145 the whole time, and usually that's like a warm-up first mile getting into it, training mile, and my heart rate's like 120 or 121. So not too great on that part, but you know, that's to be expected. I've done looped courses before with the 5K, and I've done relatively well with them. There's just like something about the familiarity as you go around the course that I certainly don't mind. I know a lot of people like, you know, like consistent courses like a track for a 5K, or, you know, a nice out and back, you know, 1.5 miles out, 1.5 miles back, or 2.5K out, 2.5 back. But you know, I'm cool with the looped course. Should be interesting regardless. Lacing up the Alpha Flies here, so hopefully they give me some good fortune as we head out there. And again, Lauren is not here today, so I'm not gonna get any footage. I don't think I'm a good enough racer to pull, you know, a Ben Parks or a Ben is running and carry a GoPro with me. Maybe if I get an Insta360, I can do some POV footage at some point, but I don't have that. I just have a GoPro Hero 8. So we will catch up here in a bit. We are 15 minutes out from the race. Let's see how we do.
Oh, I'm getting a stitch. I feel so weak.
Finishing that 5K was the hardest thing I have ever had to do. And while I eventually puked my guts out, I never puked my heart out. And I'm very, very proud of that.
The race is over. Currently cooling down because that's what long distance runners do apparently. Need to get a couple more miles on the day, and I just kind of wanted to flush out some lactic from the legs, but people are still finishing up over there in the distance. But I think I may have PR'd. Not sure. I was feeling a lot of pain. Died down a lot on that last mile. Not feeling great about that. Not a hot weather racer, but proud of the effort certainly. And the clock looked like it read less than 18:22, which was my PR a few weeks ago, so maybe good news.
The 20 to 29-year-olds, first place goes to Connor Sinsenik. Chip time 18:50. 18:50. That is wicked fast.
Not an overall win, but an age group win. First place for 20 through 29. Second overall out of, I think, about 165k runners. So I will take that. PR'd on this course for 18:15 flat. I've never had an exact number like that in my chip time, gun time, both exactly 18:15, as I was the first one who crossed the line, got right up there in the front and went at it. My splits were completely abysmal. I'm a terrible hot weather runner. I'm a terrible humidity runner. So to come out and not just PR once, but twice in the 5K in the span of 3 weeks, in arguably the hottest part of summer, the most humid part of Pennsylvania summers, I am not upset about, and I am happy with heading into the marathon training season. So I have officially had enough of the 5Ks at this point in the year. I'm ready to wait to race a 5K until it is cold out again, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. Can't complain too much. Don't know if I'll do this one next year. The very sudden, frequent turns and like very sudden drops and elevations in the small hills that are around this park, not conducive to like a fast 5K. I'd love to get on the track and do a 5K at some point. That seems like something that would be fun. So maybe I'll look out for those in the future. But overall, again, can't complain about this one. That is it for our 5K training, our 5K racing here in the summer. On to marathon racing. Till next time. Peace.